Secular Islam or rigid Islam? Which one is Satan's deception? And how does Satan grow fond of some people's prayers? Today I wish to speak to you about two dangerous forces, like two venomous serpents that are striking at the very roots of our faith. These threats do not come with swords, but with deception and distortion. At times they operate so subtly that they even infiltrate our tears on Ashura. Verily, Satan finds pleasure in our prayer rugs, when worship becomes hollow ritual and fasting mere starvation. Today, do you know what the greatest threat to Shia Muslims is? It is not open attack. It is the distortion of love for the Ahl al-Bayt, peace be upon them. Imam Ali, peace be upon him, did not face disbelievers in the Battle of Siffin. He fought against deviant Muslims. The first of these two currents is what we can call secular Islam, an Islam that says religion is only your personal relationship with God. Don't concern yourself with justice, governance, or defending the oppressed. Just pray, fast, and leave the rest to the ruling powers. This is the Islam of Muawiyah, the Islam of those who sat in the palaces of Damascus, uttered the name of God, yet plundered the public treasury. Why is it that America has no issue with this version of Islam? Because it reduces religion to private worship, stripping it of any social or political impact. It discourages Muslims from striving to establish a just divine order. Here is a historical example. When Muawiyah's army, under the command of Amr ibn al-As, conquered Egypt, they declared to the people, "We have not come for your prayers or fasting. You are free to worship as you wish, just pay your taxes on time." This is precisely the secular Islam being promoted today in Turkey and some other countries. The second threat is the trend of fossilized Islam, an Islam of those who believe that the stricter they are about the minor details of religious law, the closer they are to God. They become so obsessed with external rituals that they lose touch with the soul of Islam. Do you know why Wahhabis in Saudi Arabia are so hostile toward Shia Muslims? Because they accuse us of innovation, for visiting graves or commemorating martyrdom. And yet, they themselves demolish the graves of the Prophet's companions and prohibit any expression of love toward the Ahl al-Bayt. These two movements are two sides of the same coin. One seeks to remove religion from public life, the other entraps it in lifeless formalism. Both serve to please the enemies of Imam al-Mahdi. May Allah hasten his reappearance. The Holy Quran tells us that when Abraha marched on the Kaaba with his army of elephants, God sent birds to destroy them, which is mentioned in Surah Al-Fil. But when Yazid's forces bombarded the Kaaba with catapults, why didn't God intervene? The answer lies in a narration from Imam Sadegh, peace be upon him. God conducts his affairs through natural causes. When Muslims themselves become negligent and weak, no miracle will intervene on their behalf. In the book Isbat al-Huda, Volume 5, page 104, we read that the reason for Imam Mahdi's occultation was the fear of assassination. So the real question is, are the Shia strong enough today to protect their Imam? Even Imam Sadegh only endorsed the uprising of Zayd ibn Ali on one condition, that his aim was to establish a government aligned with the authority of the Imam of the time. This means the Shia must become so strong that they are not only capable of defending themselves, but also capable of defending their Imam. Do you know why the enemies, or better to say global Zionism, fear the rise of Hezbollah in Lebanon or Iran? Because they are small-scale models of an Islamic government that prove Shiites can both pray and build missiles. Why do you think they attack Lady Fatima, peace be upon her? The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, had said, "Fatima is part of my being. Whoever offends her, offends me." Today, Wahhabi media channels like Fadak TV and Al Dimashqiya insult Lady Fatima because they know that she is the symbol of resistance. If they can break her legacy, they believe they can destroy the foundation of Shiism. Our daily recitation of Ziyarat Ashura is a powerful declaration of our historical pain and steadfastness, which says, "May God curse your killer, may God curse your oppressor." And yet, under the guidance of our scholars, we never insult the sanctities of our Sunni brothers and sisters. Why? Because the Quran commands, وَلَا تَسُبُّوا الَّذِينَ يَدْعُونَ مِن دُونِ اللَّهِ فَيَسُبُّوا اللَّهَ عَدْوًا بِغَيْرِ عِلْمٍ, which means, do not abuse those whom they invoke besides Allah, lest they should abuse Allah out of hostility, without any knowledge. Martyr Moteza Motahari once said, Muslim unity is like two brothers living in the same house. They may differ on certain matters, but they stand united in the face of a common enemy. When Fadak TV insulted Lady Aisha, Shia jurists issued a historic fatwa. Insulting Sunni sacred figures is forbidden. This was not out of fear, but out of respect and a commitment to mutual dignity. Unfortunately, some extremist Wahhabi groups have taken advantage of this forbearance, launching attacks on Shia holy shrines. What is the solution? Intellectual, respectful dialogue. If you say to a Sunni, curse the killer of Lady Fatima, many will reply, may God curse her. Our differences are historical, not rooted in core belief. We must prove the truth of Shi'ism through their own sources of hadith and scholarship. Let us now address the lies of Ibn Taymiyyah. In his book Minhaj al-Sunnah, Volume 1, page 25, he made outlandish accusations, such as, Shias, like the Jews, consider the wealth of others to be lawful. Shia women don't observe waiting periods. Shias believe that Gabriel mistakenly delivered revelation to Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, instead of Ali. The Shia response is clear. The Quran says, Ya ayyuha alladhina amanu, la ta'kulu amwalakum baynakum bil batil, which means, O you who have faith, do not eat up your wealth among yourselves unrightfully. Shia belief cannot contradict the Quran. On the matter of iddah, which means waiting periods for women, authoritative Shia legal works like Jawahir al-Kalam thoroughly explain the rulings. Belief in the distortion of the Quran is considered outright disbelief in Shia theology. And regarding the absurd accusation of incest, a certain Egyptian author, Ibrahim Jibhan, once claimed that Shias allow marriage with one's mother. Ironically, it was Wahhabi clerics in Syria who issued shocking fatwas regarding such forbidden acts. So who is the true Shia? Our example is Imam Ali, peace be upon him. When Muawiyah provoked him in a letter, urging him to curse the first two caliphs, what did Imam Ali reply? O Muawiyah, what concern is their caliphate to you? This shows that a true Shia preserves the honor of Islam, even in the harshest of trials. Being Shia is not just about mourning Imam Hussein, peace be upon him. Being Shia means carrying a responsibility. Just as Lady Fatima, peace be upon her, stood firm in defense of divine authority until her final breath, we too must rise and stand against both secularized and fossilized versions of Islam.